Looks like I'm going live. If you're tuning in, thank you. I'm kind of not super comfortable going live, but I want to do it. And part of what's pushing me to do it is I was challenged to do it. And then also, I have a class, Intro to Professional Modeling. The class already started for this round, but I'm recording them and I think I'll make it available uh, as an online class on demand after we're done with it. But right now we're on session 2. And so this week's class will focus on modeling agencies. But before we get into all that, my name is Dr. Felicia Clark. I am here to help women break up with body shame and live as the goddess you were meant to be. I happen to have several years of modeling experience. So I was asked to do a class on it. So that's what I'm doing now. So that's the class I was mentioning, Intro to Professional Modeling. So I'm talking about issues that come up with modeling right now. And so one of the questions is, how do I get into a modeling agency? So that's what's going to be the topic of class 2, just because it's a question people have. But I don't recommend you go to a professional agency when you haven't really become a professional, right? So you want to get some experience under your belt and be able to deliver and do well when you go to an agency. But with that said, there are maybe 3 things you can do to get with an agent. So one is just start working and doing shows and modeling jobs where agents are, right? Try to get in shows with models that have agents, and then their agent will likely hear about you, right? So, one of the ways to meet an agent is just in motion. Just do independent jobs that you're going to have to find on your own and keep doing stuff, keep sending your stuff out, right? So, that's one way. Just start modeling and you'll find the agents will find you. Um, Number 2 is many agencies have open calls. Now that kind of stopped during COVID, and then work kind of slowed. Some agencies started it back and some don't, and then some just don't have it anymore. But if they don't have open calls, then how do they get models? What many agencies used to do is just have maybe a day of the week or a day of the month when anybody who'd like to be a model could come, and there's a line out the door and everybody and their grandmother shows up. So that's one way to do it. But you don't really stand out, right? So you have to keep going back and back and back and back. And if you don't live in a major market, you have to be flying in for that. Okay. So that's one way to go to open calls. But let's say they don't have open calls. They usually have some kind of event or some kind of model search or something, because they got to find new talent, right? So sometimes you can go to those events. Sometimes there'll be parties, mixers where just anyone's inviting, and it's like a low key scouting event, stuff like that. Okay. Also, they will sometimes just have scouts that go to like Fashion Week and stuff like that. And then the third way is just contact them, send your stuff, and say you're looking for an agent. And sometimes they won't get back to you, but that doesn't mean they didn't see it. Okay. Maybe they just have too many models to respond to, but you got to keep sending it. Don't send one picture once and have your heart set on it and be like, oh, they didn't call me back. That's rejection. I mean, you might have to send it 10 times over a period of years. Um, and they'll say they don't like it, but what they do like is your staying power, and that you're persistent. And I think I had to go back to my open call agent maybe 5 times before he saw me. The first time he said he didn't need someone like me, meaning that they had a model that fit my category. They had 2 models that fit my category. So I was like, okay, but I kept seeing them around. I would send them stuff. I'd go up to them if I saw them out in public because I studied the industry and I kind of knew where events would be. And when I saw them out somewhere, I would just say, hi, I'm Felicia. We met before, I'm interested in getting an agent. And so like he knows that, I know that. And it's kind of bugging him, but it works, right? I didn't overly bug him, but I kept introducing myself. So that's a way, but I'm just letting you know that sometimes new models just get their heart set on one agent by sending them a picture once. And that's just not how it works usually. Okay. So yeah, check out my class when it's ready. It's too late to join now, but we have 5 sessions, and when I'm done with those 5 sessions, I'll put them online. All right, and if you'd like to see something, I want to do more lives, and I'm new at this. I'm learning, so it's really helpful if you put comments and let me know what you would like to hear, and that helps me talk about something relevant. All right, it's your body. Choose peace. Sign up for my list at drfeliciaclark.com. Be blessed.